Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Noise and welcome back to Crash Landing. Last time I showed off our awesome farm, which is still being awesome. And well, we did this. We made this. I'll get to that in a second. I fixed it. I figured out what I did wrong. It was really silly, but we also had to set up a new harvester to get leaves. Once that runs out, I'm probably not going to do any more. We've got 7 stacks of leaves. That will be enough water for a bit still. So yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to do. Today we are going to be making a lot of machines because, well, I got it to work, and it's working. The auto a redneck controller automatic I don't even know what you want to call it, the automatic pneumaticraft seeds, it's working beautifully, and this is very easily expandable. All we need is those 3 machines, so the item dropper, which was easy, the block breaker, which I believe was also easy, block breaker it requires 3 diamonds. That's not that. It's kind of expensive, but not that bad. Then the autonomous activator, which requires a machine frame, but those are easy now. We'll get to that. And then the seared brick. The seared brick is probably the hardest thing in all of that. But yeah, so what did I do different? Well, I moved this. And by moving this, I changed these. So most of the commands are the same. It's still, again, watch the last video if you want to see more about this, but I'll kind of say what I changed. I went and looked at the video. So square wave of 55 seconds, or 55 ticks, or whatever it is, on variable 0. If there is the lever from the right and variable 0 are both active, then it activates variable 1, which is a one-shot pulse up to white, which is to the item dropper. And then there's a delay. The input is variable 1, so every time variable 1 goes, there's a delay of 75 ticks, and then it sends a signal out the back. So this is what I had to change. I needed to separate these two, and have the delay going here instead of to both. I probably could have kept it on the same line, just changed that color, but this is the way the tutorial I saw had, and well, it works pretty beautifully. It's not how often you get, it's not always going to make the full size squid plant, but it's gonna give you a net gain more often than not. Unfortunately, it depends greatly on the bone meal and how quickly it pops into existence. We could always do more, just a slightly longer delay, but 75 seems to work pretty well. Yeah, I have almost a stack. I started with like 3. I started in here with like 2 or 3, and we have a stack. Oh, and I already and then that finished. Okay, and I already kind of made a whole bunch of capacitors, or the transistors are the ones that I needed. So let's take. We haven't had raspberry. Let's eat some raspberry and then watch it refill. I love it. I love the automation. So yeah, I have 24 of each of these guys. Now I still need to automate the slime, not the slime, the creeper, and then the lightning plants. But we'll get there later. Let's grab some electrum and some Envar. We're gonna need some glass, and I want to make, for today, I think we're just gonna make 4 machine frames. We're gonna do nothing but quests today. We're gonna try to get this going, and if we get the sludge boiler up and running at some point, that would be kind of awesome as well. But before we can do that, the sludge boiler is probably going to be out in this corner, and honestly, I might, this setup is probably going to move. We'll see about that. You are still It's disabled. Oh yeah, control. Why aren't you working? Okay, you are. You're just really slow. So we might move where the water comes in. Probably not, though. I would like to keep it here where the leaves are. But like this entire system is probably gonna move, and I'll just probably have the tree farms right here. Probably easiest. So let's get into it. So first thing, before we get to the machine frames, let's look at the creating life and let's see what else we can make. So we've made cows, sheep, pigs, horses, villagers. We need to make wolves and ocelots. Wolves we can't make until we get more cows. So let's get another cow. Do I have 2 cow spawn eggs? That is a good question, actually. No, so let's make another cow. We need 8 leather, which is just 8 rotten flesh cooked up, but we have it. So 8 leather, and then 40,000 more mob essence, which should be pretty easy to get. Just come over here, pop these guys. Let me grab the ender pearls because those are useful. And yeah, hopefully we can make this happen. And my inventory is so full. Let's throw some of this stuff away. I'm gonna put all of these guys down here just for now, and then that can go up there. I want to keep the sticks on me actually, and we'll put the saplings in here. And the gold, sure. Alright, so let's select this task, put it there, drain the tank, pick the tank back up, drain the next tank. While that's going, 8 leather. So we need 16 more, so we just need to fill this guy up one more time, and we'll get our cow. So the reason why we're doing this is so that we have 2 cows, and then we can start breeding cows and all that fun stuff. There are ways to do that, but we'll fill this guy up, and I'm gonna leave this guy here. I'll have to decide. I need to do a lot of work off camera, just getting this place looking nicer. It's gonna take me some time, but we'll get there. So that should give us another cow egg. Alright, perfect. I don't care too much about the rest of them. Now let's go to the ocelot, and let's select this task, and I'm going to put it there. So the ocelot needs 20. That's it, 20,000. So that is one of these guys and half of that, or some combination thereof. We're gonna have a spider. You know what? Let's run away for a second. We're gonna get our bow just because I want to level up this bow. It's a fairly powerful bow. 3 and 4. So we're out of arrows, unfortunately. That is something else that we're gonna want to fix. But there's our arrows back. I wonder if there's a way to get more arrows, but that is about 10, so that's about half. We'll let that kind of set for a bit, and hopefully we'll get all the stuff we need. And they drop flint. We are collecting flint here, right? And string, we don't have. I'm hungry. The life of crash landing. One of the biggest things is I just need to come on here and build the wall, and build up the base a little bit. But the ocelot also requires 4 raw fish, which we have like 50. I only needed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, cool. So this guy probably is full of sludge. That's kind of a bummer, but it's not that big of a deal. We're going to fix that today. We're not going to automate anything with that, but we're going to have the machine to do that. So that's pretty much all we need from that. So do we have, we're gonna need 8 glass, and we don't have it. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Let's hammer up some sand. Could use this. I'm trying to think, is there any reason not to use this? Yeah, it's gonna be fast, so typically you want to keep the fortune stuff, but this is a diamond hammer. It's good enough. Actually, you know what, let's not use it. Let's put it back away. I'm gonna grab the sticks. Let's grab some iron from down below. Iron is gonna be just as good, to be perfectly honest, because, well, it's iron. Nice and sturdy. It will be quick too. So let's break all this. We'll get our gravel, and then we'll turn this into sand, and then turn that into glass. So once we have all this glass, we're going to make a bunch of machine frames. We're going to need some redstone, which should not be too much of a problem. I am out of dust though, which is surprising. So I will probably, one of the other things I'm going to go do is just kind of destroy some more dunes. I've got an excavator that's really nice to use, so we're going to need 4, we're going to need 16. So like that, and we're going to need, let's see, what all are we going to need? We're going to need some iron. We're going to need a lot of redstone. You know, we'll get it from upstairs. So we need 1. Ooh, that requires a pneumatic servo. Do I have any extra of those? I don't think so. But that's okay. We'll deal as we need to. The chronotyper and the breeder, those 2 machines we can use to auto breed our animals. We're gonna need a bunch of plastic, which for the time being, you know what? Let's get half a stack of the squid plants, and we'll turn this into the plastic. That'll work. So just pop down here. Do something like that, and then all I have to do is tell this guy to change the filter to that, and it should be pretty much instantaneous. So I'm gonna let that run. Let's go grab like a stack of plastic, and or not plastic, but this guy, and we'll be good to go. Now the other way we could have done it is the old-fashioned way of cutting down a rubber tree and getting rubber from that and all that fun stuff, but meh, this is easier. So I have 2 precision sledgehammers. Dang it. Accidentally made more. Sometimes you don't find what you're looking for, and yeah, it's a bummer. We have 6 glass. We should have 8. There we go. We're gonna need a little bit more for later, but that's good enough for now. So we have exactly 4 PCBs, and we have a ton of capacitors and transistors. So let's go ahead and make 4 printed circuit boards, and then these all require this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much plastic do we have now? We have 20. That should be enough. I'll let the rest of it just kind of cook up. So there is all of those, and then we come out here. We're going to need 4 times. We're going to need 16 MFR and 8 electrum. So we have just enough. And then our glass I have on me. Okay. So we're going to make a bunch of machine frames. And of course they don't stack. They don't shift click because the logic cards don't stack, and it's like this. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. So we're gonna need, oh wow, those require blaze rods. Okay. So we're gonna need 2 gold and I think 1 silver. Yes. So let's just pop down here. Let's grab our silver. So there's the silver transmission coil. We're gonna need, oh wow, we have a lot of ferrous in there. I forgot I automated that. We're gonna need a little bit more of the seared stone. So let that smelt up. This is done. I took 20, no, not quite. But it's out of pressure. So we'll just do that. The items will never despawn, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, do we have any extra blaze rods, or do I need to spawn in? I have 1. So let's spawn in a blaze real quick. So we need a little bit more power. What's a good, easy way to do that? Let's just pick up this guy. And we'll put him down. I'll put down the bottom. And we'll summon our blaze. And we got the blaze rod. Cool. Ow. Don't destroy that, please. Cool. We're on fire. That's usually not good, but it's okay. We're fine. Let's see. Can turn that back off, and we're good to go. So we have plenty of blaze rods now. Yeah, we're sweating pretty heavily now. Oh well. So are we done with the seared bricks down here? So did that seriously just make 1? Okay, well, let's grab a little bit of iron because we're probably gonna need it. So the rest of this stuff we should be able to just come out here and craft. So we're gonna need a little bit more glass. I know that. And let's just start from the beginning. So sludge boiler, we're gonna need 2 furnaces, plastic, a bucket, and iron. And the gold. We need the 2 gold reception coils. I forgot about that. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and make another bucket. Alright, so sludge boiler. There's 1. The sewer requires bricks. Do we have any bricks or any clay for that matter? If not, water is no longer, we have plenty of bricks. Water is no longer a problem anymore, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that. So the sewer requires pneumatic servo and another bucket. We should be good. So that actually gets you 4, which is really nice if you need them. So that should be those 2. Next is the biofuel generator, which requires another furnace and some pistons. So we're gonna need a little bit of wood, 6 wood to be exact. And we should be good to make this. I've never really used the biofuel generator, to be honest. But what are we missing? Plastic? Plastic. Alright, well, we made half a stack for a reason. I'm going to turn the rest into 2032. Yep, that's the half the stack, so there we go. Might as well have extra. It doesn't hurt. We have infinite stuff. Basically, all we need is redstone. Not redstone, bone meal. So there we go. The biofuel generator produces MJ and RF. That's something you don't hear anymore. MJ. The Minecraft jewels was kind of discontinued for RF. Everybody uses RF now. And then the slaughterhouse. Alright, so slaughterhouse requires 2 Invar axes. We're going to need a lot of Invar for this. And I don't think we have it. So there's the 2 swords. We need 6 more Invar. Do we have that? We do. Alright, so let's just make it down here. So we're going to need 2 Invar axes, 2 Invar swords. So what's the recipe look like? Oh, we also need an Invar gear, which we still have enough Invar for. I'll probably have to cook some more up later. Alright, so that goes at the top with plastic on either side. Machine frame and swords. And then axes underneath. And then the coil. So there's the slaughterhouse. So that should be that quest. Ooh, pick 1 reward. Alright, so here's the thing. Soul sand, we can make. It's expensive on water, but we can make it. It is renewable. The essence berry bushes. Those I do believe you can actually get. Let's look at dirt usage. Not that, this part. So the sieve, whatever. If you sift, yes, stone, you can get essence berry bushes. So that's not actually useful. But these are mysterious. We don't know what's going to be in them. I want them. I like the mystery. And now we need a bunch of liquids. Ooh, this is going to give us 300. Wow. So sewage is pretty easy. Honestly, we can probably get that going like immediately. That's just a matter of getting animals or whatever, and putting these guys underneath them. That's easy. Meat and pink slime both come from the slaughterhouse. Those are a little bit more annoying just because it's going to take a while, but also easy. And then sludge we probably already have. So let's clean out our inventory just a little bit. That goes in there. Put this stuff in here. I think one of the next things I want to start looking into is maybe getting an AE system up and running. How bad would that be? So I have to remember what version of AE. This is Applied Energistics 1. So we need the ME controller and ME drives. And ME drive. Circuits. That's not too bad. That requires a 300 logic, which requires flux electrum, which I believe we have access to. So we could probably start working towards, yeah, we have flux electrum. We could probably start working towards an ME system, a very basic one, because this stuff is very expensive. If we want a 1K storage, requires this, which requires a 100 level logic processor. If we wanted to use this to make the next one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 100 logic processors. And then, yeah, 12 plus a 300. Like, it gets expensive very quickly. Honestly, a couple of 4. I would take the 4K storage, and yeah, that would be enough. And then, what all is this used for? Fluid storage, just larger storage stuff, and then crafting CPUs. Ugh. Pattern provider. PDP tunnel. Oh yeah, I didn't even know PDP tunnels was in this version. I never actually used them. Mega storage. Oh my god. The nether star generators. Ooh, you can use that for that. Okay. And that's how you make the fuzzy import buses. Okay, so that could be fun, but at the same time, ugh. Yeah. By the way, I have plenty of bones for bone meal, so I'm not too worried about the plastic. So let's put the machines in here. We're probably gonna get. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the episode here in a moment. We're gonna do a couple more things, but then we're gonna look at. I'm gonna try to get the base kind of taken care of a little bit more. I'm probably gonna reduce the size of the sugarcane farm. Because we don't need nearly this much sugarcane anymore. But this farm is not moving ever. And the orchard behind is not going to move. This guy, I'm probably going to like destroy this part. But outside of that, probably not going to do too much with all of this. This main structure will probably stay. I'm just going to clean it up a little bit and probably flatten it off a little. I'll see. I'll see what I need to do. I'd like to like expand this, but I'll play around with this a little bit, make it a little bit better structured, move things around and whatnot. And I think, yeah, most of this can stay. And then kind of just level out a lot of the base. All of these machines are going to move downstairs relatively soon. And lava production can stay up here. Lava, we might start making obsidian in mass quantities, which is just going to be piping lava into this and then extracting. Easy enough. So just kind of working on getting the base cleaned up. A lot of this stuff can be taken away. I don't know. I think I want to make another harvester, and I want to make at least one more planter. I don't know if I'm going to do a double planter harvester type thing where I have them not necessarily side by side, but have maybe a block in between. If we do a 1, 2, 3. What is the 3 upgrade? So if we look at upgrades, the 3 block radius is 10. So that's really easy. In fact, I think we already have one. So we put a planter with a 10 upgrade, feed it saplings, and have it keep like a stack or something, and then it will plant all of the dirt around it. The trees will grow. We'll have a second harvester here that connects, so we'll put like both of those there, and have a second harvester that will also give us saplings, and then yeah, we'll have an automatic leaf and an automatic tree sapling collector, and having both of those together will be good enough. I should probably get some more redstone in that. We are running low on redstone, which is a bit of an issue because it's used pretty commonly. Not a big deal. I just need to go get more dust to go sift. Let's take starfruit. I'll be honest, I've had starfruit, not really impressed by it. Maybe the starfruit I had wasn't that good, but it doesn't really taste like much. It's just kind of vaguely citrusy. Just in case you were ever wondering. But I think we can get rid of... Let's do that. We should be good to get rid of this sugarcane farm. I'll keep some of the sugarcane. I'm going to move stuff downstairs, put vaults and all that kind of stuff. But mostly just need to expand this base. That is going to be the main concern. So let's... real quick, try to finish up the ocelot quest, we need 20,000. So it's 16 and 4. And it looks like we have it. So boop, boop. I'm going to put the 16 and then the rest, rather than wasting it, because meh, no need to waste it. I'm just going to do one of these. And then I'm going to put this guy down and bucket 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go, ocelots. I don't really have a desire to get any ocelots, but we have them. So let's break both of these. And the next quest I want to start working on, because this is going to take a while to get the wolf. The wolf is the only thing left in here other than the one up, which we need to do. But the wolf requires some raw beef, and I want to breed the cows before we do that, and I want to have a nice base where I can breed cows before I do that. Maybe I'll put the animals in that corner. I think that'd be good. So let's get the technological revolution, the MFR liquids. Let's get this selected, and we can at least get the sludge. How much do we need? 10 buckets? Yes. Which is more than what I have. I have 14. So we'll do this. I'm just going to go ahead. Let's keep this being the sludge. So we should be good just to go ahead and dump this off. And 100% on that. There we go. Now it does automatically drain continuously. So that's kind of a problem, but I'm gonna figure out a good way to get sludge to a central location to be sludge boiled. Alright, so let's get these guys back in place, and you know what, I can do that off camera. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here. Next time we're going to mess around a little bit with applied energistics, I think, at least making some of the stuff, and maybe start setting up some farm stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!